Hello, this is my second time at filming this, and I had everything set out and the camera positioned so that you could see the whole layout that I have here. Unfortunately, the camera that I used was an older camera of mine. It's now the other side of the table. It's lucky it's not gone through the window, because although it recorded everything, it's extremely blurry, the sound is appalling. But because I've carried out 2 of the activities, I can't change the cards, nor do I want to change the cards, because when I did this activity first time, that's the reading I got, and I don't feel I would be doing the reading justice or the activity justice if I decided to change them willy-nilly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these cards in the order that they came out in, and I'm going to share with you. Luckily, I actually wrote down my cards. Your log. Right. Now, these are the 7 cards that were drawn when I interviewed the deck. I'll just get the book out for the questions for the deck interview, and I will go through them and share with you what my deck interview was like with this Oracle deck. It's the Season of the Witch Yule Oracle, and quite a lot came out in it. As I said in the video that I had initially created, I don't usually do a deck interview. However, I chose to try this spread and see how I got on, and it's really surprised me. So the first card was, what personality does this deck have? And the card that came out was Father Christmas. Okay, so with that, the notes that I put for that were just keywords. So the personality: kindness, fatherly, guiding, giving and love. Okay, so we know that the deck has a good personality, honest and giving sort of personality. The next question was, what is your strength? And for that, I drew reindeer medicine. Okay, and the keywords I wrote down for that for myself were healing, strength, carrying you, or dragging you along when you're feeling less able to pull yourself along, nurturing, just giving you that extra oomph, the extra drive when you feel that you can't get yourself up and about and you just feel like you've reached the end of your road. This deck will give you that extra shove. What is your weakness? And the weakness was turning inwards. Okay, so that's sort of shy and reclusive, selective and lacking in confidence. And I don't think that's necessarily the deck lacking in confidence, but the deck being turning inwards when it's being selective about the information it gives, or if it turns inwards and you're getting obscure, means maybe you're asking the wrong questions, that it will use sort of turn inwards and also make you look inwards too, or be that a weakness in the deck that if there's questions or themes or topics that it doesn't necessarily want to cover or want to answer, it will just throw out cards that don't seem to answer questions that seem to be quite obscure. The next question was, how will you help me grow? And I got Yule log for that one. And Yule log encourages us, builds self-belief, makes us realise that we are masters of our own destiny, and yet we are also creators, And the wording on this one was, insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thine. I am God, I am goddess. I am creation and the creator. So it's telling us we can do. It's nurturing and nourishing. The next card was, when should I call on you for guidance? And I got merriment. Well, how can you think, well, how is merriment calling people on them when you need guidance? Well, do you need merriment in your life? Or are you very merry? And it's saying, if you need that merriment, come to us if you need uplifting. But if you are already there and you want clarification of something, still come to us. So merriment is, when do I call on you? Call on this deck whenever you need it. Whether you're already merry or feeling low and need picking up. Okay? So the next question was, what is the best way to work with you? And I got telling stories. Okay, and telling stories, weaving the cards together to create your answers, to get your messages, to pull out what they're busy trying to tell you. Because as tarot readers, we sort of weave and weft stories, and we link the cards together in order to create meaning of what is in front of us. And then finally, what will our relationship be like? And this was beautiful. I got offerings, and that sort of devoted to each other, because I'm offering my soul, my needs, and these cards are offering their advice and guidance. And we've got, I give to you my heart's intent, wrapped in gratitude and thankfulness, devotion in exchange for your presence here. I am gifting my essence. So I really thought for a deck interview, when I've not interviewed a deck before, to pull those 7 cards was brilliant. And just to prove that those are the cards I pulled, I will just get the dodgy clip if I can and insert it in here so that you can see that those are the cards I pulled. I had to go back and pick the same cards back out because, like I say, I didn't want to change the original message, because I think once you interview a deck, to interview it a second time would be a little bit false, because it's the first messages you get that I feel are the real ones. You might need clarification now and again, but that doesn't mean you need to do the entire reading again. So that was my interview with the Seasons of the Witch. Now, why am I creating this video today? I've decided now, I had mentioned that this book was mentioned on a site. This has been sitting on my shelf for a long time. And I had read the introduction and I thought, right, I'll start that at some point. And in all honesty, I sort of ended up putting it on my shelf and I forgot it was there until it was highlighted on one of the Tarot Tube pages. And I do think it was the Hermit's Cave. I'm not sure. It could have been Longman Tarot. But this book was brought up and discussed, and I got my copy out and I thought, you know, I'll start this after Christmas. But for the first couple of weeks after Christmas, I'm going to be pretty busy, and some of that will be because I will be working on my ancestry, not this particular book, but on other things that I've got going on under that umbrella. So I decided I had this hour and a half spare today, so I'm now coming to the end of that, so I'm rushing through this because, like I say, that dodgy recording has messed up the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is again show you the cards I drew out in response to this reading here, and again I will insert parts of that if I can, and show you that these are the cards I pulled. So we will go over it. Now what I have done, I have made my notes from those cards that I pulled. Ancestral Tarot Journey, you can see it starting there. And so thank goodness I did, because now I can just go over these. Now, why am I doing this on here? Well, I thought it's a journey that's going to begin. I thought it'd be a nice journey to share. I don't mind sharing this journey because I think it's going to be quite a journey. But I also think if there are people out there considering doing this, and maybe you want to start your own journey, and then maybe sometimes we can sort of compare and contrast what we're finding, how the road is going, and whether we feel it's one that we're really excited about, or if there are times you're feeling a little bit low, we can just pick each other up. So you know, feel free to join me on this, and if you want to see my next step, my next tarot reading with a better sort of camera angle and what have you, I will gladly share that. I'll probably do it live like I was planning on doing. So let's carry on. So this is a 7-card reading again. This is the journey, okay, and this is the beginning of the journey on our ancestral tarot route. Now, I have read the instructions. I have also read the introduction, which is beautiful and very personal for Nancy Hendrickson to share with us. And it's one that I'm finding that the cards I've pulled today, and for this I have used my Deviant Moon deck, okay? And I've used that because I had 2 decks out. I had my RWS 2.0 and my Deviant Moon. I chose to go with the Deviant Moon. And like I say, I use this because this deck does tend to to deal me, it talks straight. It does, there's no messing around with it. There's no gentle approach. This is how it is, and that's what I like about it, and I am gelling with it really nicely, considering I struggled in the beginning to gel with this deck. So first of all, the first card, we set it, excuse me, it's a 7-card spread, okay, you can see you can see there, 7-card spread. It starts at the 1 here, it goes all the way around to here. It's that ellipsis shape, like a squashed ball. A bit like the earth, and we're starting at one point and we're going right the way around and coming back to it. So our first question is, well not question, the first card was me today. Me today. So this is the start of my journey, and this is a reading that I've taken notes on that we will be coming back to once this book is finished, and comparing how this reading has gone to how the actual journey through the Ancestral Tarot has panned out, and we'll be able to compare what it was like when we started to what it's like when we finish. So, me today, and I got the star, and this was so apt because yes, today I'm on quite a high. I've had some good news today for me personally, and it was something that's taken away some worries. It's made me feel that I have a path in front of me that I can go down, and I can give as much as I can, and it's going to benefit me, it's going to help me, and it's just adding to the elation that I feel today. It's a good day, and that is where I am right now. I've got great support, I've got great care when it comes to healthcare, and I am in a place where I'm feeling really pretty confident and happy. So the notes I took: me on a high, reaching for the stars emotionally and target setting, and feeling great after good news. Okay, so the next question, or the next card, stood for the bridge I'll be crossing to meet the ancestors, and I got the Tower. See, I told you the deviant moon kicks you when you need it. And that to me was saying news that will shake my world, ideas that I might have had that will be pushed to one side and new ideas given to me, hidden truths being revealed, things that have possibly happened in previous lives, in early lives of my ancestors, coming to the fore that might shake my world a little bit, rock my confidence, or my what I believe to be my own truth. And for that I wrote news that will shake my world, things that I thought real cleared to make way for things that are real, and quite a journey not without its problems. Okay. The third card, what do the ancestors think of me? And I got the 5 of Pentacles, and I thought, oh my God, do they really think that I'm weak when it comes to health and irresponsible when it comes to finances? They'd be absolutely bloody right. And so ill health, poor with finances, in need of guidance and help. But they also think that's what I think of me too. You know, is it real? Mostly, I'd say mostly, yes. The next card, card number 4, was for the following. Let's have a look. What do I think of the ancestors? Okay, and I got the 8 of Cups. Okay, the 8 of Cups. Walking away. But what was I walking away from? So, where was that? It's card number 4, wasn't it? Walking away from tracing the family tree. Yes, I was tracing the family tree for 8 years, and I decided to put it away and walk away for a good while. I wasn't going to go back to it, but I was drawn back to it, and things have changed. Things are going, I'm looking at things from a different angle, and got out of what I felt was a state of stagnant, a state of stagnancy really, and stagnation, and not moving forward, being blocked. And so I walked away, looked at things from a different angle, found out different things, and approaching it quite differently now. So walking away from the family tree, from emotions that came with that, and not looking at the negative, but choosing to walk away from the negative and look at the positive. And walking away from negative emotions and developments, and I'm developing more positive ones as we're going along. Okay, the next card, position 5, was, what is the goal of my journey? And I got the Magician. Okay, the Magician. And to me, this is what I was picking up from this, is that is to be able to deal and juggle the emotions and findings of this journey with my everyday life. To be able to understand and know that I have the skills, the wherewithal, the emotional strength to be able to deal with whatever comes my way on this journey. And to also be wary of coming across people or situations or issues that could be there trying to pull the wool over my eyes, or, you know, trying to hide maybe a little bit of information, disguise it, cover it, you know, not wanting to be too free with stuff. But me having the wherewithal and the tools in my toolbox to be able to deal with what arises. Okay. Card number 6 was the unexpected. And what did I get for the unexpected? I got the 2 of Wands. Okay. Now we see the 2 of Wands, you know, we're sort of looking ahead, looking at what's going on, what we want, what our dreams are, what our realities are. But this is the unexpected. Could dreams come true? Could desires come true? Could wishes come true? Could this be me keeping one foot in one camp and tentatively into another in order to cross a divide, but always having my original roots as my original roots, you know, extending forward both emotionally, physically and mentally. The potential for travel to be involved in this new discovery, the potential for travel here, but physically too, visiting old ancestral homes, visiting towns and countries that are part of my history that I'm only just finding out. And I think I can expect a good bit of tugging, wanting to go, wanting to stay, wanting to explore, wanting to keep that hidden. Do I really want to open a can of worms? I've always been handy with a tin opener, so yeah. And then finally, the last card I pulled was, how will Ancestral Tarot affect my life? Well, after all this, I got the Empress. And to me, that was saying, I will grow. It will affect me in giving me that feeling of strength, of being the matriarch in our family, of having the ability to nurture and feed myself as well as nurture and feed others, of being able to put things in place, plant seeds for growth, for more adventures along the route, to embrace what's coming my way and to embrace it with a kindness, a care and a positive mental attitude. Okay, I put down for that, nurture me, help me grow and accept my own identity while acknowledging those who have gone before me. Nurture, feeling like an empress in my own right, being me, finding who I am and being one with who I am. So that is the start of my journey on Ancestral Tarot. Now, I'm quite happy to share these activities as they come up. There might be 1 or 2 that I won't share. There might be information that I won't reveal because it could compromise the identity and the privacy of other people. So I think there's going to be a lot of, you know, graphing and reading and investigating and adventure. And I think it's going to be a road that's going to have some highs as well as some lows, but it's going to be something that's going to help me find out who me really is. And it's a journey I'm actually looking forward to. And if you are wanting to start your journey through Ancestral Tarot and you've got your books ready, you're ready to go, and you want to contribute to any discussion here under this video, or if you maybe want to touch base with me, and we can do a live and compare and contrast notes, see how we're feeling along the way, just pop a little comment underneath this video and just say, yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, I want to hear more. Oh no, not really. But whatever you do say, if you do leave any comments or any advice, please let it be constructive criticism. Remember, be kind, be courteous, and embrace who you are, but also embrace who everybody else is too. You know, accept people for who they are. Sometimes I find that very difficult. It's a challenge for all of us who are human. So people, take care, onwards and upwards, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.